Hello, I'm ABX and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Minecraft Realms. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about Minecraft Realms for console. This is something we theorized about for quite some time now on the console side of things, but 2016 really does look like the year that we actually will be seeing it come to the consoles, and I'm quite excited for that fact, so I figured I'd share all the stuff that makes me think that in today's video, as well as talking about why Minecraft Realms would be a good thing for the console in general. So first of all, I'd very much appreciate a like on the video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets me know you do like these kind of news / almost speculation style videos. But let's get straight into it, shall we? So just a brief explanation for those who aren't familiar. Minecraft Realms is basically a server system created by Mojang, where you can rent a server from them directly rather than having to go on a PvP server, and then when you rent the server, you have full control over it. You can set who can join and who can't join, whitelist, blacklist. You can make it, you set the rules in the world, but you can also set a bunch of pre-built worlds, because one of the cool things that Realms have been offering over time is they have a bunch of pre-built maps that you can install with just one clip. So for instance, there is something like 30 or 40 maps on there right now. If you want to play Missile Wars, you can just do that instantly. If you want to play Solitaire, you can do that. If you want to play Splee, for instance, there are maps set up so you can do this just instantly from your Realms. And it's a really cool system for the PC right now, but it's also going to be a much cooler system when it does come to the Pocket Edition and indeed to the console system, because the PC does already have a server system where if you want to play any minigame, you can probably find it on a public server. But one of the big gaps on the console is this server system, and that's one of the big things that makes me think it's always been on the table for Minecraft console. They have mentioned before how Realms is something they do have planned for the future, although no specific times, but you got to bear in mind this is a really big gap for a lot of people, because they're trying to get all the versions up to parity, but when the the console side of things, the multiplayer is very different and sometimes to some extent lacking compared to the PC, it does create this big kind of disparity. And what else do we have besides, oh yeah, it would make sense and it's what a lot of people want? Well, we do actually have a couple new pieces of things that did come out. First of all, we have the new splash screens that came in TU31, which is equivalent to 1.8 for the PC. So the reason that these splash screens aren't too big a deal, because they were PC splash screens that were ported over, but they deliberately did put in two very interesting splash screens, one of which is "This is good for Realms," and the second of which is "Please join my server." So again, these would, these could in theory just be ported, but if there was no plans whatsoever for them to ever add, Minecraft Realms to console, they wouldn't ever hint at it with these little splash screens. They've removed them. I mean, they've removed splash screens before, they've altered splash screens before. I really doubt that if they had this big meeting where they're like, oh yeah, we just can't do Realms, but wouldn't it be funny if we said this is good for Realms? That just doesn't make any sense, and you can argue they put it in there accidentally, but I really doubt that is the case. I think this is good for Realms is, it's not a hint saying yes, but it's a hint saying definitely not no, and that's kind of an interesting thing right there. And the "Please join my server" one, again, it's the same sort of thing. Would you like to join my little server? Yeah, you can, because I've got Realms. They're hints for the future, and I think just like with PC, where they do have that stuff now, it is a nice little hint right there. But by itself, that doesn't mean too much, but when you compare it with the fact that the Pocket Edition is getting Realms this year, almost guaranteed, that is going to be very exciting. So this comes in from Mark IRL. He's the head of customer support at Mojang, and also is the head of the Realms team, and he said, should be a good year for Realms, and then someone says, Realms compared for PE this year, and he says, yes, this year. He actually just confirms it, that Minecraft Pocket Edition is going to be getting Realms this year, and the reason that the Pocket Edition Realms is in any way related to the console edition is because, first of all, obviously if you have two editions of the game with Realms, it only makes sense that it's a matter of time till the third edition, the console edition, gets it. But second of all, you've got to bear in mind that one of the big aims for the Pocket Edition and the console edition is that they will be able to crossplay with each other at some point soon. They're the first two platforms that will be able to play with each other, because they both run on the C# version of the game. I know it's C# by the way, but they both run on the C# / C# version of the game, and that means that they're the easiest to crossplay, but they're also the ones that they want to crossplay the most. It makes the most sense for Microsoft as a company, and it also makes the most sense just in terms of like, oh well, that's the most players that can crossplay. And you've got to bear in mind that the Realms on the Pocket Edition has been working since 2013. They first added Realms to the Pocket Edition way back in 0.7, again at the end of 2013, and for the last 2 years it has been removed from the game for temporary maintenance, which temporary maintenance lasting 2 years is a bit weird. So either they did just entirely rebuild it, or they haven't been working on it and somehow there's a 2-year gap, or they've been trying to get it to correspond with the console launch of the thing. And you've got to bear in mind, because Minecraft Realms and console would have to be done by the same team that develop it, 4J Studios, and they have been incredibly busy for the past few years, whether it was with the big update, TU19, or whether it was with, Minecraft Xbox One, PS4, or whether it was with Minecraft Wii U, they've always been working on a lot of projects, and this year it seems like they don't have too many. Once the bug fix is done, they can start work on 1.9 as soon as that releases, which still might not be for another month or two yet, and that means in the meantime, they actually can be the ones working on Minecraft Realms for console, and then if you just make sure that you get that simultaneous with the Pocket Edition, you could have Minecraft Realms launch on all the versions of Minecraft by the end of this year, which is why, that kind of corresponds to the Pocket Edition version again. As an interesting side note from that, I think one of the really cool things they could do by launching it on all platforms at the same time is not only get a bigger marketing push behind it, like, oh, you own Minecraft, like, 99 or 100 million people around the world also do, maybe you'd like to get the Minecraft Realm subscription. And you gotta bear in mind, Microsoft would like to make a bit more money from, this big franchise they spent lots of money on, and having Minecraft Realms is a cool way to provide a service, but also make presumably some good money, because it's monthly subscription. I think it's something like $5 or $6 a month, and you can imagine that adds up for Microsoft, and they probably do want that. And plus, they can make a better selling point for the customers too, because they can be like, well, you want the same world on your PC, your console, your Pocket Edition. As soon as you have the blocks line up across all three, you can make it so your world just stays on Realms, and you could play it across any of the versions. Again, there's a few things you'd have to kind of stabilize for that, but it's something that they could entirely do with the future, and that's why I think Minecraft Console Realms is coming in 2016. There are so many signs that point at it, whether it's the tiniest little subtle splash screen, whether it's the fact that, the Pocket Edition is finally getting Realms again, or whether it's just the fact that, Minecraft Console has been missing a true server system, and they've never, properly hinted at, like, oh, just the server system like the Pocket Edition or the PC, but they have hinted at Realms a few times, and now is the time to do it. There is kind of this big gap in what, between 1.8 and 1.9, and they could work in entirely exclusive features, but I think Minecraft Realms is just a bit more likely. But I would like to hear your opinion, as always, on this, because, this is just my kind of stance on this. I've been looking forward to Realms for a while, so every time I see something that hints that way, I'm like, yeah, let's make this happen. And yeah, I think when Minecraft Realms does come out, it will be quite an exciting thing. If you want more details than just, it's going to be exciting and maybe sometime this year, I would presumably expect our first half of the year update, June sort of time, maybe just to be entirely Minecraft Realms, or maybe to be Minecraft Realms and something else. That would be my little expectation, but it's, too early to say, and I would presumably expect your console subscription free if you pay one to include it. It would kind of suck if you pay for Xbox Live Gold and then also pay for, the Realm subscription. Maybe there could be a way around that, especially since it is Microsoft, and, they might want to encourage people to get gold with Minecraft Realms for free with gold. But again, it's too early to tell anything on that. I'm excited for it regardless. I will keep you up to date with what's going on, and let me know if you did like this kind of speculation-y, but it's what I think will be coming in 2016, or one of the things I think will be coming in 2016. I think it's a very exciting time for Minecraft, and that's kind of everything. So I hope you did all enjoy the video. Like it if you did like it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!